the CHALL, your Doncaster Rovers fan channel, and welcome to another episode of the DRFC Transfer Reports, bringing you the latest news and transfer reports from Doncaster Rovers Football Club. Now, big episode today because we've got a lot of stories to talk about, including one of our now former players that's set to appear in a friendly for a League 2 club. We've got Moore's reaction to the Bradford game yesterday, which I've uploaded my match analysis video on there, so you can go and check that one out. As well as that, the fate of the under-23s team's been confirmed. We've got some more stories along the way, including the analysis from Blackburn Rovers ahead of the EFL Cup match. So if you like this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell so you never miss a YouTube video. I really want to be the AFTV of League 1 and start pioneering a path for future creators in League 1 and the Championship and League 2. So let's get into this video and let's talk about some most new stories from Doncaster Rovers Football Club. So of course we have to kick off with the reaction to the Bradford game yesterday, the 4-3 win, and it was from Doncaster Free Press. Darren Moore is pleased as Doncaster Rovers get another winning run out in friendly against Bradford City. He was pleased to see Doncaster side continuing their scoring run in their friendly win over Bradford City, but Darren Moore was more delighted with another successful workout for his side. A Vajiri Okunabiri brace plus goals from Jason Lagilo and James Coppinger saw Rovers triumph 4-3 at Valley Parade in their second friendly of the summer programme. With no matches played for more than 5 months due to COVID-19 pandemic, Moore's targeted his side's first two friendlies as opportunities to shake off restlessness. I thought it was another really good run out, Moore said. I'm really pleased with it. We looked upon the two games with Scunthorpe and Bradford after 5 months off due to COVID as ones where we could mix up teams and get 45 minutes of work into the players on both occasions. We've done that. They've come through both of them unscathed and had good runouts. It's given us a good idea of where the senior pros are at fitness-wise, and the young players will have got an idea of the step-up. And it was a chance to have a look at some of the trialists and make decisions on them going forward. It's been a good all-round workout, so as far as we start to build towards the start of the season, which we know will come sooner than we thought. Moore says the expectations in friendlies will increase from now on as Rovers scale up their preparations for the first match of the season, which will be the Carabao Cup tie against Blackburn Rovers. Tuesday's behind closed door friendly saw Rovers take a first half lead with the Kilo fired home from the edge of the box. Bradford turned the tables after the break with the goals from Billy Clark and Curtis Guthrie. Okunabiri equalised only for Lee Novak to put the Bantams back ahead. It was Coppinger who took centre stage in the late stages. First he chipped the goalkeeper to level the scores before a mazy run in the box saw him brought down, with Okunabiri scoring from the spot. Moore confirmed that Reece James was not risked in the game after suffering a slight injury in training. He said to the Free Press, "Reece had a little bit of a knock in training yesterday, so we pulled him out of the game. We're hopeful he'll be ready for the weekend." So that is the story and the reaction from the manager of the Bradford City game. First of all, fair play to Moore for coming out and saying Reece James had a little bit of a knock in training the previous day. So, I think that it was right to not risk him, in my opinion. And Danny Amos did all right. So it's not too much of a big mess or a big miss. And secondly, I want to praise Moore actually between these two friendlies because we've actually given youth and first teamers 45 minutes each. That's the way we've done it in the past. That's the way we intend to keep doing it. And I think this is definitely a really exciting time for the club. And I can't remember whether it was on some other media site or YouTube comments. I can't remember where it was. I'll have to double check it. But someone actually replied to me and said, well, I think it was a fan of a different club, but someone actually said, you could actually be a Premier League club. There's no reason why you could be a Premier League club. I think it was Inverness Fan. If you know who you are, then please comment down below this video and say it was you, because I don't know. But I think it was something like Inverness Fan on one of the videos. He put a really long comment about the cross leagues across European borders and UK borders and why it's not a good idea and things like that. So, he gave us an in-depth analysis of that. So, thank you very much for that comment. And he said he thinks it could be a Premier League club. So, fair play to people for actually starting to believe in Rovers now. But like I said in that match review, that game was a good game. There was touch-and-go moments here and there. A bit of youth miscommunication for most of the goals. But in my opinion, I think that I think it was a good game. I think it's a win. It's a win in the end. So as long as we get the win, then it's stuff that you can sort of try and look past, but something we need to improve on. Talking with Moore then, I think that from the sounds of it, we're looking at trial lists, we're giving people a run out, we're seeing where the main players are, where the youth players are looking in the step up, and some youth players really have stepped up over this pre-season. Liam Ravenhill, he's someone that's caught my eye. Ben Blythe, he put in some fantastic stops against Scunthorpe, brilliant blocks against Bradford, and Ben Blythe is looking like a good future prospect on our hands. We need to, Ben Blythe, Danny Amos, Lewis Jones, these are players from the Youth Academy, or born from the Youth Academy, that we need to keep in our squad, and we need to keep as best we can, because it's only going to make us stronger in the future. So, these are youth players that we're going to have to start looking at investing in the future. So, I think people like Ben Blythe and Ravenhill will probably go into the youth, like the under-18s this season, and make the odd appearance in the cup competitions, like the EFL Trophy. Of course, we've got Bradford, Oldham, and the development squad of Wolves, so that'll be a good few games there. See John and Ennis return to the keep out, and it's definitely going to be an interesting season. And of course, I'll give you my season predictions along with a brand new intro for the season. So, any Doncaster Rovers only videos, the intro will stay the same, but we've got a brand new intro for the League One season next season, for the brand new show that analyses the games that we have each week. I'll not tell you the name of the series now. I'll tell you when I make my League One predictions for the season. So stay tuned, because there's a bit of a surprise coming. So there's the story about Bradford City game. Now looking ahead to the future, to the not too distant future, and it's the game against Blackburn Rovers in the Carabao Cup on August 29th. It's very likely to be August 29th now. Obviously September 5th to 6th will be the international weekend, so we can't have the game on that day. So Championship clubs will perform on the 29th or the 30th of August. Ours is looking likely to be 29th. I really want to see the game. I really want to stream not stream the game on here, obviously, because I'll get done. But I want to actually watch the game live on the screen. So hopefully I can try and hopefully they've got the iFollow streaming prices up very soon, so I can actually buy the iFollow and watch the game. But for now, let's talk about how Blackburn have analysed our players. So we've got a massive story here coming from the Lancashire Telegraph. Massive shout out to you, you do a good job. And Mowbray has analysed their players on our cup tie, which is a great headline to start the story. So basically, Tony Mowbray knows what a tough test Donny Rovers will pose in the Carabao Cup, having studied a number of their players, including this summer. The two clubs were paired together in the first round of the competition, which will kick off their respective 2020-2021 campaigns, and Rovers will go in as favourites against the League One side, as us, but with home advantage as well. But Mowbray isn't underestimating the quality within Darren Moore's ranks. Doncaster captain Ben Whiteman is one player they have continuously been linked with Rovers, but with 3 years left on his contract at the Keepmoat Stadium, they are determined to keep hold of him. I like Doncaster. I've watched them a fair bit, including over this summer, analysing one or two of their players, and Mowbray told the club's website. They have got good players, and it won't be an easy game, that's for sure. There are no easy games in football, even if you'd hope that we could beat Doncaster Rovers at home. We all know too well from the last meeting with them at Ewood Park that it's not that straightforward. Around a dozen second-tier teams are said to have expressed an interest in central midfielder Whiteman, who has made 106 appearances since his loan move from Sheffield United was made permanent back in January 2018. Chief Executive Gavin Baldwin told the Free Press of the captain Whiteman last week, "We've had calls from him, but all of them have been turned down." Now, under former West Brom boss Moore, Mowbray expects a tough tie, but Rovers have a decent record in competition, having made it beyond the first round in each of his 3 seasons in charge, only to be knocked out by Premier League opposition. They enter in rounds 2 and 3, with the first round having been split into north and southern sections, but unseeded. They'll come with a game plan. They'll have some good individuals, and will have the chance to take them out against them. Mowbray added, "It's a tricky game, as they all are, but it's preparation for this season, and we'll give it our best shot as doing well in the Carabao Cup, whilst also seeing an opportunity to potentially blood some young players, just as we did towards the end of last season." So there was the article about Blackburn Rovers analysing our players and keeping a close eye on our talent ready for the game. Now, obviously, from the sounds of it, Blackburn are they're taking this seriously. They're not taking it lightly, because they know how dangerous we could be. And fair play to Blackburn and Tony Mowbray for actually taking this seriously and giving us the credit for the stuff that we do on the pitch and the creativity that we start to show on the field. So, fair play to Blackburn for giving us some credit and showing us some respect, really. Because they know it's been we know we've gone to Ewood Park sometimes and given them tough fixtures. So, it is going to be a tough one. I think Blackburn's record in the cup will definitely put Blackburn Rovers, of course, in the favourite seat. But it gives us more of an opportunity to go there and cause an upset. And like I said before, I really can't wait to watch the match. I want to try and find iFollow, get the stream, get the prices, pay for it, and just watch the game and watch the rest of the games this season. Because whether it's in the stands at the Keepmo, whether it's watching this game live from home, I'll continue to watch Rovers. Somehow, some way, I'll pay to watch Rovers all this season and renew it for the next season because, this is a club I love very much. So, again, I can't wait for the game. August 29th, first competitive match of the season. And, Tony Mowbray's taking this very, very seriously, and I'm glad that he's taking it very, very seriously because, Ben Whiteman's one of the players that they were linked with, along with many other championship clubs, and we've kept him. So, he's going to be a real danger threat against Blackburn and prove why Blackburn probably should have gone in with a better offer. And, it's going to be a good game. Can't wait for it. Let's go into our next story, and let's confirm the fate of the under-23 squad. So according to the Free Press, the Chief Executive Gavin Baldwin has confirmed that Doncaster Rovers will not run an under-23 squad for next season. The situation regarding the club's development group has been under review following the decision to release the raft of youngsters earlier this summer, while Ben Blythe and Lyric Hassani were the only second-year scholars to have earned a professional contract. It has been decided the section will be disbanded with no team entered into the competition for the coming season, while remaining players from the group will train full-time with the senior squad. CEO Baldwin said the decision has been taken on both financial grounds and the strategic approach to ensuring more youngsters break into the senior side. We won't be running an under-23s this year. Instead of having a whole team of under-23s, we will still have to target 5 under-23s in the squad if they will train with the first team. So instead of spending X amount of money on 11 players, we will spend the same amount on 5 players and therefore try to increase the quality of the under-23s. We've got to give them better chance of being in the first team. They'll be integrated into the first team set up from the off. Some of that is a financial decision because it means they will not be travelling to games, so we'll save money on that in kit, etc. But the money spent on players themselves should be exactly the same. It's fewer players but better quality. Scaling back the development group is not unprecedented at Rovers, having thus done so following relegation to League 2 in 2016. However, concerned effort has been made over the last 12 months to drastically improve the under-23 section, with players handed individual plans for progression and spending more time working at Cantley Park. The financial impacts of COVID-19 has forced a rethink of all club operations, while the lack of significant progress with some of last season's under-23s group helped the decision to be reached. Max Waters, Shane Blaney, Reeves Bucock, Myron Gibbons and Ryan McLean were all released earlier this summer, with Cody Pryor and Will Longbottom allowed to leave earlier this year. So there we go, that is the fate of the under-23s. It's not going to happen, and people like Ben Blythe and Lyric Hassani, who were second-year scholars, have been allowed to join on a professional contract, and all the other under-23s players will be training with the first team. So, this is definitely an interesting strategy, not unprecedented as it says, but you know what? Fair play to the club, because not only are they saving money, which is money that we need to help keep the club going, they're thinking about progress, and I like what they've done with individual players' progression, giving them individual progression, feedback and things like that, and sheets with progression, and working harder in training at Cantley Park. Again, that's something I'm fully behind, and we've got honestly, I can't tell you how excited I am about this club, because we've got a board, one of the best boards in the country in my opinion, not because we don't spend money, because we're not a big spender, and that's good because one, the financial impact of COVID at the minute is unreal, so there's not really any money to spend, and secondly, we're not one of these big clubs that's going to waste money on X and X players, on X, Y, and Z, and get nothing in return from it. They'll just end up being flops, and then we'll sell them on for more money than they paid, or less money than they paid. So, we're not one of those clubs that's going to waste money on any sort of player and just buy players for the sake of it. We're going to buy players for the right price, for the right reasons, at the right time, whether it's loanees, whether it's 1 year contracts, whether it's free transfers on 2 year, 3 year contracts. But 2, 3 year, 4 year contracts are very, very rare at the minute. So it is 1 year with an extension and loanees, which is the strategy at the minute. But once we get promoted, the money will start coming in a bit more, and we'll have a bit more to bring in more 1 year contracts, a couple of loanees here and there, and start venturing into the 2 year contracts once we get more money in the bank. So, we're a club that's not, you might call us careful spenders, but we're just the right spenders. And, the board have always come out and said exactly what's happening. They've never sold us any BS. They've always come out and be truthful about it. That's why we've got one of the best boards in this country, and that's why I fully back the board more. The players, the staff, everyone at Rovers I fully back. And, hopefully we can be an example and an advertisement to the rest of English football's top division and say, this is how a club should be run, where everyone is equal, no one's above anyone else. Technically they are in the whole, business tree. But, on paper, yes, but in actual reality, we're actually one club. We're not, above certain people and some people below certain people. We're all on equal level playing field. We're all like one massive family, I guess. So, we should be an example to the rest of the topper divisions, the Premier League, the Championship. We should be an example to them how a club should be run. Some of the clubs, not all of them, because some of them are really good as well and really goodly run. But clubs like Wigan, Charlton, Newcastle in the Premier League, Arsenal at times, United at times, Tottenham has some shaky decisions here and there, but we should be an example to other clubs. Like, this is how a club should be run. It should be about football, and it should be about the passion of the game, not just about business. So, fair play to Rovers for coming out and confirming the fate of the under-23s and the reasons why. Financial impact of COVID hasn't exactly helped, but this is not unprecedented territory, so, we'll just go again. And I think if we are a Premier League club, I think we will probably open the under-23s again and keep progressing the under-23s in that style. So there we go, and let's go into our final story now from Matty Blair. So, Gloucestershire Live is reporting that Matty Blair is set for Cheltenham Town friendly outing at Bradford Town. So, Doncaster winger Matty Blair is set to feature for Cheltenham Town. Featured for Cheltenham Town yesterday in a Tuesday night behind closed doors friendly against Bradford Town. The 31-year-old has been with Doncaster for the past 4 years, joining them from Mansfield and helping them to win automatic promotion to League One in 16-17 under the management of the then Darren Ferguson, who is now, of course, I think Peterborough's boss still. He's also been involved in promotions with York City and Fleetwood, and Blair played under the current Robins Director of Football Mickey Moore at both Stratford and Greenwich United before he broke into the Football League with York via the National League playoffs in 2012, also helping the Minstermen lift the FA Trophy at Wembley. Now, Cheltenham have been keen to sign him throughout the summer. He's trained with the Robins for the first time back on Monday, having turned down the offer of a new contract at Doncaster. Blair will now be given a run out against his old club as Cheltenham played their second friendly of the summer at Knights Lane, or played it. Goalkeeper Max Harris, released by Oxford this summer, will make his second appearance on trial as well, so that's a nice touch there for the Cheltenham fans. Harris played 90 minutes in the 3-1 win at Evesham United on Saturday, and boss Michael Duff is looking for an understudy to Josh Griffiths, who is on a season-long loan from West Brom Albion. Experienced number 1 Scott Flinders is recovering from a broken leg and not due back until January. So that, my friends, a little story from Cheltenham. Back on Tuesday night, Stratford United match against Cheltenham. Matty Blair was set to feature. And, fair play to the guy, looking for a new club, obviously turned down a new contract. I wouldn't say Matty Blair was the best player this past season, but you know, I think he was getting overshadowed a bit by Halliday in the right back position, and you know, Sadler and Taylor on the wings. So Blair didn't have much first team football. So, you know, if he's looking for more first team football, fair play to him. So, you know, obviously he's going to join Alfie May. I know Cheltenham have been keen to sign him over the summer, so it looks like he'll probably be a Cheltenham player anytime soon now. So he'll be joining Alfie May at the Cheltenham club that are probably going to fight for promotion into League One again this season. So good luck to them next season. Good luck to Matty Blair next season. You've been a great player for us ever since you joined in our automatic promotion season in the 16-17 season from Mansfield. And yeah, you're a good player. You're a good guy. And best of luck to you next season. So there we go, guys. That is a jam-packed DRFC Transfer Reports video. Lots of stories to get through today. And we'll be back for another one whenever more news breaks. Usually it's daily, but if we can't, then I'll probably upload a different Doncaster video on a different day. As we build towards the first competitive match of the season. Like I said, I really want to see the iFollow stream prices, because I want to get the full season price and pay for it and watch the Blackburn game, as well as the rest of the us facing the 23 teams in the league twice. But for now, guys, thank you very, very much for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And for now, guys, my name is the CHALL. Goodbye.